right. Very cool. Let's mount up. All our audio and video devices working. All right. I am live. What's going on, everybody? Just give me a couple seconds. I'm going to get some folks tagged that I promised I would get tagged here today. Give me a second. Judy. Max. Right. Whitney. Ooh, we got a bunch of you guys interested in today's training. We got Russell, Tommy, Kenzie, Cole. Yeah, it's going to be a good one tonight, guys. Super excited for this one. So if you guys can hear me and see me, say what's up in the comments, just so when I get everyone tagged, I'm ready to go. We got Scott. Oh, not that Scott. Scott Stiffy. There we go. Let's see, who else we got to get tagged on this thing? All right. I think we are good to go. Cool. Awesome. So today, everybody, if you guys can hear me and see me okay, comment live, or if you're catching me by comment replay. If you guys can't hear me, or if there's any audio issues or delays, please let me know. I'm using a new streaming service here today, which is why it took us a couple seconds to get everything up and running. But what we're going to be doing here today is covering the 3 fastest and simplest ways to generate cash collected, cash package sales. Now, this reason I'm putting this training together is because there's a lot of people in here who have had a few slow months, and they're asking me, how can I generate cash quickly? They are a little bit in the hole, they're a little bit in debt, and they just need a quick way to generate cash to reinvest it into ads, or reinvest it into coaching, whatever it might be. People need ways to generate cash quickly when they're in a bind. And so today I'm going to share the 3 strategies that we use whenever we're in a situation where it's like, holy crap, we need to generate some cash so we can either purchase something or invest into something else, whatever it might be. Whenever we need to generate quick influxes of cash, there are 3 primary strategies that we leverage whenever that might happen. And so my hope for you today is that you're going to be able to take one of the strategies that I teach you and one of the many different campaign types that you can within each one of those strategies, so that you can take the stuff and implement it right now to generate some quick cash packages before this whole week is over. So I'm going to do today and covering it a couple different ways. So there's 3 primary strategies that you can use to generate cash package sales. Number 1 is getting more referrals. Number 2 is to drive some sort of promotional patient reactivation campaign. And then number 3 is Facebook ads. And so today I'm going to break everything down and go category by category, and also share with you some of the different strategy types with each one of these categories. And so I'm going to share some of our patient reactivation campaigns, some of our personalized messages, as well as our more promotional based campaigns that go along with that. For our generating patient referrals, I'm going to share our strategies that we use on an ongoing per patient basis versus actually referral generating campaigns. Then I'm going to finish it all off with how to run Facebook ads in a way where you're going to get package sales within just a matter of days, and outline our exact process with how to do that. So if you guys are here and you can hear me and see me, say what's up in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're looking for a way to generate quick cash flow and you need a quick insurgent of cash coming into your business, you can either pay yourself or make investments in other parts of your business. Say cash flow in the comments, because I think everyone in here could always use a little bit more cash flow. So I went ahead, and over the last several months, I was talking to Ben about all the different times where it's like, oh, we really wanted to invest in some new thing for either one of our practices. And instead of having to take that out of our normal margin, it's always like, hey, how can we just come up with this cash so that we can, reinvest that somewhere else? And so there's 3 primary strategies that we always use to do that. But I also asked him, it's like, you know what? I reached out to him earlier today. I was like, hey, if you needed patients by the end of the week, what would you do? just to see if he had some different answers that he came up with. And so he came up with some really good ones I'm going to share with you at the end of today that are a little bit more long-tailed, because I didn't ask him the question in quite the right format when I first started. But if you guys are looking for ways to get patients on the schedule, on the books, paid in full, these are the primary ways that you want to do it. So to start things off, I'm going to start off with kind of the slowest way to do it. Now, all three of these are very quick ways to get cash package sales, but I'm going to start off with the slowest and work our way towards the fastest one. So the first of which is client reactivation or running promo cycles. And so all of this is basically using your email list or current and past patient lists and every single lead that's ever been added to your email list. How do you use that to actually generate new patients or reactivate old ones? And so there's really two different ways you can run a client reactivation campaign, okay? And so there's personal ways to do this versus promotional ways to do this. And so doing it the personal way is what we've been doing probably the most. Running promotional-based campaigns is something that's very new, but very exciting for us. But a personalized campaign is super effective because it leverages the law of reciprocity. It makes people feel like you actually took time out of your day to think about them and follow up with them to see how they were doing. And because they feel like it's so personal, they feel they're very strongly compelled to reply to you, because no one wants to feel like they left someone hanging or left it in the dark. Of course, you've got people on your email list that do ignore this. These are the people that don't have a strong connection with you and are least likely to come back. But you're going to have a small subgroup of super fans who love the experience that they had with you. These are the people that likely refer to you and will keep coming back. And they're going to reply back to your message whether they want to come back for therapy or not. That is how strong the law of reciprocity is. And that's why leveraging personal patient reactivation campaigns are extremely potent. Now, I'm going to go in more detail on what this looks like and how to actually do this in a second. But first, I want to cover the other type of patient reactivation campaign, which is a more promotional style campaign. So it is very similar to the personalized one, but with one key difference. Because it is a promotion, it is a sale, it lacks the personal touch that is going to cause clients to reply to you no matter what. And so in order to get the same desire and need for someone to reply and actually get those conversations going, we're going to have to rely on a lot of other psychological levers to get people interested in exploring your offer, because they know for a fact that you didn't just like type up this promotional email and just send it just for them. They know that this is a very general thing. So it's much easier for them to ignore it. And so in order to force someone to like have to learn more and create that like FOMO experience, we have to hit on multiple psychological levers, things like anticipation, like overwhelming value, scarcity, urgency, social proof. We have to make sure all of these things are in there in order to have the same impact as a personalized message would. And so if you just use one of these, it's not very strong. But if you put all of them together, it becomes this truly irresistible promo that you're running that is going to create a lot of conversations and a lot of buzz around what you're doing. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how to do that and what makes that work and how to run promo cycles every other month, which is what we now do. So I'm going to show you a few of those campaigns here in a little bit, but it's important to know that for the strategy of client reactivation, there's a lot of different campaign styles they can run. The personalized ones are the easiest, but they're going to bear probably the least amount of fruit, but they're just going to do it more consistently versus the promotional style campaigns, which will create huge influxes of cash. I'm talking like 10K, 15K plus in a matter of a week, but you can't do them that often, otherwise they lose their potency. And so let's start off by talking about kind of the personalized patient reactivation campaigns. And so what we do inside of our practice, what we teach all of our clients how to do is to have automated systems that when either a lead joins your list and never ends up converting, or when a patient gets discharged, we have a special campaign that follows up with them every 30 to 45 days. We don't want it to be too consistent on the time front, just because we want them to feel like you actually thought about them. You want this to feel authentic. You do not want it to feel automated. And this is not supposed to be promotional. Okay, it's supposed to feel like you are just checking in. And so our messages say, and I'll actually read it to you. It's, hey, so-and-so, just checking in to see how you're doing. How's everything holding up? Okay, and so we send these either via text or via email, and we switch it up. So we change up the communication channel every now and then to keep it, again, feeling authentic. But every 30 to 45 days, we'll reach out and we'll do that, and we'll run that campaign for 6 months. Now, if we don't hear back from them in 6 months, we take a break for an entire quarter. We don't sell them or send them anything. And then 3 months later, we'll start that exact same campaign over. And so we're following up with people in perpetuity unless they unsubscribe from our list. Now, this personalized campaign works extremely well. Okay, that is adding about 4 to 5 patients a month from our email list just with this automation alone. And the beautiful thing is, it's like we get so many conversations out of it. And a good chunk of them, yes, they turn into clients right away. They get on the schedule. They say things like, oh, I've been meaning to reach out to you. I've actually, my shoulder's been doing great, but I actually now have this knee issue. Can I schedule an appointment? So you'll get a lot of those. Around 15% of your email list will get reactivated and back in the door. But a massive amount of them are going to say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you reached out to me. Everything is fine for me right now, but my wife or my kids have this issue. And then you'll end up getting their family or some of their referrals back in the door very, very quickly. And so sending this text message to or an email to your entire list, I recommend a text message. It works a little bit better. But when you have a 6-month campaign, it's going to switch it up. But if you just run that campaign to your list, you're going to get at least a couple people in the door buying a cash package in a very fast and seamless way to generate get those visits in the door, get those evals, and sell some packages. And then for those who don't buy a package right away, you'll find either people ignore you, or they're going to be so incredibly thankful that you followed up with them. They're going to say they're all good for right now, but you'll circle back with them they'll circle back in a few months. You'll find that a lot of people just really, really appreciate the fact that you took the time out to follow up with them. Even though this is automated, people don't think it is, you'll get a lot of goodwill built up, and that turns into referrals down the road or patients down the road. So running this campaign is one of my favorites. It's something that we've done for the last darn near 2 years inside of ProKinetics. We definitely do it at Scottsdale Physical Therapy, and all of our clients now do it. Very effective campaign. So I'd highly recommend having some sort of personalized patient reactivation campaign automated in your practice, making sure that it does feel very personalized and thoughtful, and you're just trying to start a conversation. You're not trying to promote anything. You're just starting a conversation, and if they need help, perfect. Okay, but if you have a huge list, I would send this in batches of 150 to 200 people, because if you send it to a list of 1,000 people, you're going to be following back with messages for a very long time. And so when you do send this, send it in batches of 200 to 250 and break it up every couple of hours over the span of a week. And so you'll find a lot of success with that. You'll generate some quick cash flow to spend it on whatever it is you need to spend it on to keep the business moving healthfully. Healthfully, I'm not sure if that's a word, but we're going to run with it. Good words, Jordan. And then the second type of patient reactivation campaign that we run is a promotional campaign. Now, these you can't do too often, but when you do them, they produce massive amounts of cash flow. I'm talking, we've had people run this and generate $15,000, $20,000 in a single week with two emails, which is absolutely insane. And so this is something that we have now, we used to do it once a year, but now we're starting to adapt our strategy. Now we do it every other month, which is incredible. And there's a specific way you have to do that, because as I said, if you create irresistible offers by creating offers that have, a great value, scarcity, urgency, anticipation, and social proof. When you put all those things together in an offer, if you promote the same thing over and over and over again, well, then it loses its power. It loses its potency, because if people start to catch on that you're launching the same offer every 2 months, well, then the scarcity and urgency and all of that stuff, it feels fake. It loses its trust, and people are less likely to want to work with you again or to even take you up on those offers. And so there's a specific way that we do this that allows us to do it every single month, so we can keep getting these huge influxes of cash that we can then reinvest into our teams, reinvest into our marketing, or if we just want to pay ourselves, that's totally acceptable too. Okay. And so what we do with these promotional based campaigns is, first, before we can do it, there's really 2 kinds of offers that you can make here. And so originally we used to do this once a year, and it would be every single time, usually around fall or spring, when we would increase our rates. Now, we don't really want to increase our rates anymore, so this one we had to innovate on, and it became this bi-monthly irresistible offer campaign that we created. But it used to be just every time, once a year, we'd increase our rates a little bit, and then we'd run a 4-day campaign letting all of our past patients know and all of the past leads that haven't converted yet know that, hey, on this date, we're going to increase our prices. So if you would like to get in and schedule an appointment and buy a package with us, we will honor our old rates with you. This is the last chance you can get in and buy a package at this price point. And so we have a 4-day campaign, basically letting people know this is happening, letting them know that our spots are filling up, basically building a lot of anticipation and buzz and urgency to get people in the door to buy packages. And so this has worked incredibly well. Every single time we've done this, I don't think we've done one that didn't produce at least 15 grand in a span of 1 week of announcing to our list that we're going to be increasing our rates. And so we basically do it in a 4-day promo cycle. Okay, you might have just seen from our group that we literally just did this. We just did this for a clinical marketer offer, but we do this in our practices as well. And so whenever we do run a promo cycle, which we basically have day 1 is all about building anticipation. We don't tell anyone what it is. We just let people know that something really exciting is coming tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that. And so building anticipation is one of the most powerful tools you can use in your tool belt as a business owner for increasing perceived value. The longer someone has to wait for something, the bigger it feels like it is. It works. It's why Christmas and holidays and all these things feel so special, because there's this huge buildup towards it. If we didn't have this buildup towards it, it would just feel like another day. And so the opposite is also true with negative things, with tasks and procrastination. I might need to been thinking like for weeks, I really need to clean out my closet. And the longer I procrastinate on it, the bigger of a task it really feels like, when in reality, it would take me 30 minutes to do. But the longer we procrastinate and the longer we think about things, the bigger of a deal it feels like. And so we need to leverage that in our marketing. And so before we ever launch anything, before we ever launch a new offer, before we ever announce a new location or announce a new hire, we need to build up anticipation around that thing so that when we do release it, it's a big deal for folks. And so with increasing your prices or running any type of promotion, the first email we always send is talking about, hey, we're doing something really big for these people. We're releasing it tomorrow. Can't give you any of the details. But if you're looking for the details and want to be first in line to get this brand new thing that we've never done before, reply to this email or comment on this post, and we'll be sure to get the details to you as soon as we release them tomorrow. And so this worked extremely well when it increased our prices. We let them know, like, hey, we got a really big change coming to our community. It's starting tomorrow. So be on the lookout for this. This is for all active adults who are serious about being pain-free and staying active without painkillers, needles, or surgery, whatever it might be. We basically tell them like who it's for, something big coming tomorrow. Okay, the next day, we actually release the details. Here are all the different things that we're going to be doing, and here's why we're doing it. Okay, we don't necessarily tell them, like, here are all the changes we're making, but we tell them, here's the story that led to this change and why we're making it. And if you want to, like, get in on this and the fact that if you want to lock in your package at this price point, this is the last week for you to do that. And have people either reply to that email or call the clinic to be able to lock in that spot. Then the next day, day 3 of this promo cycle, we let people know, like, hey, ever since we launched the announcement that we're going to be increasing our rates, our phones have been slammed, our schedule is filling up super fast. So if you guys have any issues or have family members that need to get things resolved, make sure that you call and schedule with us before prices go up. And so it's basically one, showing that there's social proof. A lot of people are excited about this. Our schedule's filling up quick. Make sure you get in, because a lot of people, there's going to be about 25% of people that are like, yes, I want to buy this thing right away. On day 2, when you announce the details, a lot of them are going to get on the schedule. Other people love waiting until the last minute because they get a huge dopamine rush from it. And so the day 3 email is all about, one, showing social proof and reminding people that tomorrow is the last day to be able to get in on this deal. So make sure that you schedule before this happens. And so releasing day 3, you're not going to get a ton of people calling, because it's just building anticipation for the people who like to wait until day 4, the last day for them to be able to get in. Okay, and so that's going to be all through email. Then on day 4, you're just announcing, hey, this is your last chance to get in. This is where you're going to get the other 80% that are going to sign up. Okay, so running these promo cycles are extremely powerful if you hit on all of these key emails. Okay, this 4-day sequence is built with intention. We follow it for a very specific reason, and it works extremely well. And so we run some sort of promo like this every other month now. So like I said in the beginning, we just did it once a year when we increased our rates, but we're charging $225. We feel like it's a sweet spot. We don't need to keep increasing our rates, but we took the principles that caused that campaign to work extremely well, which is anticipation, scarcity, urgency, great value offer, and social proof. And now we started to apply it every other month to our practice. We're still trying to figure out if we want to run this every other month or just once per quarter, but so far every other month seems to be working pretty well. And so what we basically do is we create an irresistible offer for a very specific population of our patients on our email list. So this month we are doing shoulder. And so before we start creating these emails, we create an irresistible offer by basically talking about our shoulder patients. We come up with every possible reason someone on our list might say no to working with us, okay, because it's too expensive, because they're too busy, because they think they're going to get over it on their own, or they just want to wait it out. We literally list out every single problem or every single potential reason someone says no to our service, and then we come up with a solution for each and every single one of those problems, and we figure out what deliverable we can provide to give them that solution that doesn't cost us a ton of overhead. Maybe it's a guide, maybe it's a mini course, maybe it is some sort of future discount or benefit to continuity services or future treatment. Maybe it's a community. Okay, so we come up with every single solution to overcome every possible thing that they might use as an objection to not work with you right away, and then we slap a guarantee on that, like in a time frame. So maybe bulletproof shoulders, pain-free in 45 days, risk-free, like something like that, where it's like a bold statement and a bold promise that's backed up by some sort of guarantee. Like your shoulders are gonna feel better than they have in years, in 60 days, guaranteed, or we'll work with you one-on-one for free until you do. And so that's a really strong guarantee that you can offer. And now a lot of you are like, heck no, I'm never gonna offer that to anybody, but you make it a conditional guarantee. So in their service agreement or whatever you are doing with them, we basically say like, hey, I know for a fact that if you do these 5 things, you are going to be pain-free within this time frame. If you check all these boxes, you will apply for the guarantee. And so the conditional guarantee on these offers is basically like, you want the conditions to be like, if this person actually does these things, there's no way they're not going to get the guarantee. And then if they don't do these things, you're not on the hook to actually fulfill on that guarantee. And so it's a really, really powerful way to, one, give people the confidence that your offer is actually going to deliver, while also protecting yourself, because there's obviously some people that aren't going to put in the work or get the outcome. And so you need that conditional guarantee to get them in the door. But what's going to start those conversations is that guarantee. Okay, so you want to make a big, bold claim to your list: bulletproof shoulders in 45 days. And if not, we'll work with you one-on-one for free until you do. Everyone that has ongoing shoulder pain is going to be like, heck yeah, no healthcare provider has ever been able to offer me something like that. This might be worth my time. Okay, and so once you have this great guarantee and it stacks in all of these different added value things in there, and I'm not going to cover offer creating this time in this training, but I certainly will. If you guys want me to put together an offer workshop and train you guys how to create great offers, comment offer if that's something that you're interested in. But once you have this thing, you follow the exact same promo cycle. You make a day 1 email for your list, building anticipation. Hey, if you're an active adult, you've been dealing with shoulder pain for a long period of time, we got something absolutely life-changing that's coming out tomorrow. I can't tell you any of the juicy details, but if you do want them, reply to this email and I'll get you on the short list to make sure that you get the details before anybody else. Okay? That is going to get the first 25% of people who have shoulder pain on your list. They're going to be eager, they're going to want to get in right away. Okay, and then day 2, you announce the details of that new shoulder promotion that you are making. Okay, day 3, you celebrate the people who've already joined. You don't give them names, obviously, but you can say, people, my inbox has been slammed ever since that these people, or ever since we announced the details of our new shoulder pain program. Just reminder that tomorrow is the last day to get in. Here are the details of that program again. Here's some of the results we've gotten from other people. If you guys are interested, make sure to call our clinic right away or reply to this email. Okay, that's day 3. Day 4, very easy. You're just letting them know, like, hey, doors close in the next couple of hours. If you guys want to get in on this offer, it is limited to 10 people. We only have 3 spots left. If you want one of those 3 spots, reply to this email or call the clinic to get scheduled right away. And so this 4-day promo cycle works extremely well. So if you need patients very quick, come up with a great offer, either increase your prices or make an irresistible offer. Okay. And the beautiful thing about these offers, it's like you're literally just throwing spaghetti at the wall. Okay, pick a population that makes up a big percentage of your email list. Think of every single reason that they might say no to working with you, and then come up with something that you can add and bundle into your services that overcomes that objection, so they have no reason to say no to you when you make the offer. Okay, it's very, very powerful, and it just stacks the perceived value. You should have when you know you have the great offer, when people go and look at it, they're like, I get all of that for how much? And then they feel silly if they don't say yes. Okay, being great at making offers is how you make it seem that your services are cheap, even when you're the most expensive in town. So again, if you guys want a training on how to create great offers, comment offers below, and I'll make sure to get that in our content calendar right away. Okay, so that is strategy number 2, patient reactivation and promo cycles. Okay, again, there's 2 different ways. There's personalized campaigns where we're just sending personalized messages. Then there's promo cycles where we're actually creating an offer, presenting it to people with a deadline where they have to get in before a certain time. So those are the first 2 strategies. Strategy number 3, you all know it was going to come eventually, but Facebook ads. There's nothing more consistent and reliable of getting patients in the door than Facebook ads. We've had people join our program and literally pay the entire thing off within a week of running them, because you're able to make them so incredibly targeted and specific to your dream clients that you're going to start getting leads immediately. And if you follow the step-by-step follow-up process and sales process that we teach, you are going to sell cash package sales pretty much immediately. On average, within 45 days of joining our programs, people have already hit our $10,000 guarantee. That over the last week, we've now increased from $10,000 to a $30,000 guarantee because of the success our clients are getting with Facebook ads. And so typically, when you are setting these things up yourself, it takes about 10 days to be able to get your Facebook ads all up and running with the backend systems and the automated emails and texts and all that stuff to get this stuff running. Okay, and so what is working right now to get patients in the door and to actually buy packages is spending about $1,500 a month on ads. If you can't spend that on ads, then I wouldn't even recommend it. There's other things you should be doing to get patients in the door. But if you can spend $1,500 a month on ads without the lights going out in your house, you should absolutely be doing it, because we're transforming and doubling and tripling cash practices using Facebook ads in the span of 60 days. We do it all of the time. And so what our process looks like is basically we run conversion style campaigns, which means we're basically giving Facebook the power and the ability to optimize and grow our campaigns for us. It takes all of the burden off of us to actually run our campaigns and optimize them on a daily basis. The days of spending hours in Facebook to make it successful are over. Facebook's AI is better than we'll ever be, and they're great at it. And so we run conversion style campaigns to take the burden off of us for daily optimizations. And then we run a hyper-specific offer to a hyper-specific audience. I'm talking about targeting Milwaukee dads who have shoulder pain and they can't work out in the gym. Very, very specific. And then we run an offer for a paid evaluation. We usually do a discount evaluation, but we're starting to have a ton of success with full price evaluations over at ProKinetics. We're still usually we test things for 6 months before we start teaching you all to do it, but the results are very promising with that. So there's a lot of different offers that you can make on Facebook. So they range from $47 evaluations to $97 evaluations, and then just full priced evals. Okay. And so we basically use price as a lever to figure out, okay, where's the right balance between number of leads and quality of leads? Because if the price is too high, we're going to get really quality people, but we're only going to get a few of them. which might result in less revenue than if we had the price a little bit lower, where we could get a lot more leads and a lot more at-bats and a lot more opportunities to sell packages. And so it's a balancing game to figure out, it's a testing game and a research game to figure out which price point makes the most sense for your community and what is going to produce the most revenue and profit for the business. And so that's step one. Put a unique, specific offer for a specific person out on Facebook. And now once someone clicks that ad, we drive them to a specific landing page, not your website, but a specific single page landing page that basically has one thing that they can do. They can either opt in and give you their name, email, and phone number for that specific offer, or they can leave. Okay, if we drive them to a website, people get overwhelmed. Websites are not built for Facebook traffic. People are not looking for a result. They're not comparing options yet. They don't need all that information. They either want our offer or they don't. And so the ones who do opt into our landing pages, on that thank you page that they land on next, we have an option to schedule their phone consultation. Now, we also give them an incentive to schedule that right away. And we say, hey, if you call and schedule, or if you book your phone consultation right away, we'll knock an extra $10 off your evaluation, or we'll keep throwing this extra ebook, or we'll throw in this roller, or whatever it might be. We have some sort of thank you offer to incentivize them to take the next step. The game of Facebook ads is always creating momentum to help them carry through the entire process all the way until they bought a package. And so on that landing page, they're going to schedule that phone consultation. From that phone consultation, they're going to get automated emails and automated texts, letting them know that we're really excited for their that phone consultation. Can't wait to talk to them and sending them reminders leading up to it. We never let them schedule that phone consultation more than 3 days out from the point that they opted in. That's very important. We see a huge drop off if they schedule that within a week out. And so we want to get them on the phone immediately. Okay, from that thank you page, or from that phone consultation, we properly vet them, we triage them, we make sure that they are a good fit. And if they're not, that's totally okay. We're not emotionally connected to that. We refer them elsewhere, but we always make sure that we have a conversation around price and expectations before they get in for that evaluation. When running Facebook ads, you want to be you want to make sure that this person is the right person. You don't want a lot of people coming in from Facebook that are just going to opt into evals and not buy packages. The opportunity cost is massive. Sure, you might be, covering the cost of your ads, just getting evals in the door, but that is not, you're just breaking even. You're wasting a ton of time. We want to make sure everyone that comes in for an eval understands that they're coming in with the expectation and that, they are going to buy a package because they are bought in and motivated to get the dream outcome that they're looking for. So we've got to have those conversations first. We've got to make sure our onboarding process continues to pre-frame them, validate them, and give them confidence that they're making the right decision. Okay, and we drive that all the way through until they buy a package. And so not every single Facebook campaign works right away, but with our system, because we've been doing this for years now, and we do it in our own practice, and we only work with people that also work with the same types of patients that we do, active adults, then we know that this system on average is going to produce about 5 to 8x return of that $1,500 investment you put into ads, and it works pretty much right away. Well, there are some people that ads don't work quite right or right away, but because we've been doing this so long, we have so many different protocols to continue to adjust these ads to get them to where they need to be. Two of our top case studies that we've ever had, their ads didn't even work until day 45. But then all of a sudden, we got things calibrated. We helped them get their sales process to where it needed to be. And we got the ads to where they needed to be, where all of a sudden they went from doing 15K a month to doing over 30 and being able to hire, or from doing $300 a month to doing 25K a month. And so this stuff doesn't always work right away, but it always works if you understand the process, you understand what to change, and you stick with the process. Facebook ads are the fastest, easiest way to get patients in the door, for sure, if you're learning from someone who actually knows how to do it. And so if you guys want to learn how to run Facebook ads, I have a free training on YouTube that'll teach you the minimalist version of the process I just covered for you. That'd be more than happy to share and send your way. Or if you're looking for just the dynamite, skip the BS, I just want the best Facebook ad system possible so I can start getting patients tomorrow, comments, ads, and then I will follow up with you and get the right information in your hands right away so that we can make this Q4 the best one you've ever had and potentially double or triple your revenue without you necessarily having to work even harder than you already are. So those are the three fastest ways to generate cash flow and get more cash package sales under your belt. Number one is client reactivation, either sending a personalized message out to your entire list, just asking how they're doing. It's going to start a ton of conversations. You're going to get people in the door. We're seeing about 15-20% of your email list getting reactivated from a simple personalized message. Or you can do the promotional style and run a 4-day promo cycle, either announcing that you're increasing rates and they have to get in and buy a package now to get the old rates, or create some sort of unique and interesting offer that they can't get anywhere else, and make sure that you follow our offer creation framework and make sure that your offer has something baked into it to overcome every potential objection that they might have and force them to act now by limiting how many people can do it and limiting the amount of time that they can join. Okay, and then do the 4-day promo cycle where day 1 you build anticipation, day 2 you release the details, day 3 you celebrate the new patients to reinforce the details and the end date that's approaching. Then day 4 announce that you either you filled up, you already filled all 10 spots, or just say that, hey, today at midnight our offer's closing. It's your last chance to get in. Get those people who like to wait until the last minute to close. Okay, that's part 2. Part 3 is Facebook ads, or part 2 is, I skipped over one of my favorite ones here. So the other one is Facebook ads that we talked about. Facebook ads are our pillar. It is the primary way we get patients in the door because it gives us time to be able to, one, the peace of mind that we know clients are coming in. We know people are getting on the schedule and buying packages, which takes all the pressure off of us to have to network and do workshops every freaking weekend, which doesn't provide the lifestyle that most of you want. I know it doesn't. Although workshops are important, it shouldn't be the primary driver, nor should word of mouth, just because of how unpredictable it actually is. So Facebook ads, extremely powerful. The last way to very easily generate cash packages is referral hacking. Now, there's a lot of different ways to generate referrals, but most practices do it completely wrong. Okay, you're basically just praying and hoping that people talk about your services by providing excellent outcomes, but very few people actually generate referrals with intent. There's no strategy behind it, and therefore it can never be consistent, and it's slow. Okay, if you actually have strategy and you measure the numbers and you make adjustments to your process, you'll see that you can start to get pretty darn consistent referrals on a monthly basis. And so there's really 3 different ways that we generate referrals that you can generate cash sales very quickly. Number 1 is we've tried quarterly referral contests where every single person that refers someone gets entered in the drawing to win some sort of prize, whether that is an Apple Watch, an iPad, an iMac, a massage gun, whatever it might be. We've done it. And it's worked out really, really well for us. But you can't do this if you're in network because there's laws against incentivizing referrals. But in cash physical therapy, there's no laws against it. You're totally allowed to incentivize whoever you want, however you want, which is a really cool thing. Okay, and so we should be doing it. And so we run quarterly referral contests. Basically, like, hey, here's a just have so-and-so call us, let us know that you refer them, then you get entered in to win the special prize. And when we do that, we give them a special referral card. Okay, a special referral card that gives their friend that they referred $100 off their first session. And that way, when the client comes in and the referral comes in and gives us that card, that way we're able to track who actually gave that referral and we can enter them into the contest. So really great way to do it. A quarterly referral contest gets a lot of buzz going about the referral contest. People get a little competitive about it. And it can be a grand slam when done sparingly. You can't run these very often. We do it maybe every single quarter, but at the very most, do it quarterly, maybe even just once a year. But they're very impactful. And because every single cash package is about $1,500 to $2,000, you can get pretty darn creative with the types of bonuses or win prizes that people get for participating. The second way that we grow and support referrals is having certain referral bonuses. So we've had clients that we've basically, we've taught this to, and really they took it and ran with it, where it's basically with every single additional referral that people make, they unlock a different tier of gift. And so the first one could be a big discount on their next package. The second referral they make could be a special mini course or program that you put together to help make sure that they feel good forever, to help them prevent other injuries, things like that. And you basically, with each new referral, they unlock a different higher tier of prize. And so we've had people where once they've referred 4 people, they get a really wicked massage gun, or they get access to special tools and equipment that they might have, like laser treatments or cryotherapy, things like that. And so this works extremely well, but only if you talk about it to clients, only if you make a big deal about it. And so for us, whenever someone makes a referral, we send them a handwritten card and let them know, like, hey, check the mail. By the way, look, watch your mail over the next week. So I'm sending you something special. And then every single time they send a referral, we make a big deal about it. We make referring someone a great experience, and so that they actually want to keep doing it. And then the third way that we incentivize referrals, and this one has really been the most impactful over time, it's by far generated us the most revenue, it's actually creating referral cards. Now, I know I already talked about these during the quarterly referral contest, and you should have referral cards for those so you can properly track those contests, but you should also just have referral cards for every single patient that you have. Okay, and so every single patient, as soon as they've had any sort of transformational experience, as soon as they feel like, wow, this is different, I love this, you give them a referral card. And you want it to not just be like a business card, you want it to look really great. You want it to make an impression upon the person that they hand it to. And you also want your patient to feel good about themselves being able to give it to somebody. Okay, so you want it to be a high quality, premium looking card that they get to hand to somebody. Ours look like credit cards, and it has $100 value on the top of it, so that when they hand it to someone, they feel like they're giving someone $100, and the person getting it feels like they just got $100. We don't give out referral cards that have a discount, because now instead of feeling they got $100, it just feels like they have to spend money on something. And so it's a huge psychological flip, even though it's the exact same thing in the result. They might be spending the exact same amount of money, but instead of feeling like they're obligated to spend more money, they feel like they got money to spend. Completely different thing, same outcome. And so referral cards, give them out to every single patient. We usually give them out around the 3rd or 4th visit. Sometimes we'll give them out on the 1st visit. I like to wait and kind of build that anticipation, build that experience before I give them that card. But before that, make sure every single visit, every visit with every patient from here forever, find a place within that time to say the words, tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your friends. Make it a freaking habit every single visit. The second that they say anything positive before they leave anything, always say, tell your friends, tell your friends. Make them be able to hear your voice in the back of their heads, tell your friends when every single week between appointments. You want them always to be thinking about it. And the more you kind of just say that, the more it's going to be ingrained into the culture of your clients to refer people. Okay, a lot of people make a big deal out about asking referrals and make it kind of awkward, and make the person feel like they're kind of obligated when they don't want to. Don't make it a big deal. Just say, tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your friends. Don't ask them for referrals. Just very gently probe them to tell their friends every single visit, and start to get way more referrals. But that isn't going to produce patients tomorrow, most likely. The referral cards and the quarterly referral contests, those will produce patients very, very quickly. The turnaround those is amazing. So those are the 3 ways to generate quick cash package sales. There's promo cycles and client reactivation, there's referral hacking, and then there's Facebook ads. Those are the 3 fastest ways to do it. That's what we use whenever we need quick influxes of cash so that we can buy cool stuff with it for our patients, or to buy new coaching programs, or whatever it might be. This is how we produce a lot of money very quickly to fill our schedules, or whenever we make a new hire and just need to fill them up quickly. That's how we do it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. Ben, what's up, dude? Heck yeah. Ben, forgot to mention when we were brainstorming earlier, could also increase rates and then give current patients to buy visits in bulk at their current rates before the rate increase. Yep, totally. One of the best ways to do it without question. Just run a promo cycle around the fact that you're increasing your rates. A huge amount of people know that they have something they need your help with. They want to get in before that happens. Excellent stuff. Guys, if you have any other questions on how to very quickly produce cash package sales, throw them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to circle back on them. If you're looking for any additional training on Facebook ads, generating referrals, or promo cycles, just comment those words in the chat below, and I'll be sure to get those additional trainings in your hands right away. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Remember, if you are here live, comment live, or catch the replay, comment replay. We're live in this community every single Monday to give you guys the no BS approach of what is working to grow our cash practices. If you have any requests on trainings in the future, please drop them below. We'd love to make sure that every Monday we're producing content that is truly benefiting you guys and helping you grow your business. So if there's anything that we haven't talked about or any training that you're looking for, let us know. We'll make it happen. Have a great day, everybody.